Julie Chrisley has been out of prison for nearly 2 weeks, and she is finally unveiling a new look. The reality star showed off gray and brown locks after her release, but now she has changed it up. Keep reading for more details. Chrisley Knows best fans were clamoring for a chance to see Todd and Julie Chrisley go all natural. Todd has been a huge proponent of Botox and ensuring he remains looking young. He also has long kept his hair colored a dirty blonde, so everyone wanted to see him with gray locks and sagging skin. When he did his first press conference, he looked better than ever, and many wondered what he had done. Todd alleged that he had access to better skincare and likely had residual Botox. Yet many still thought that he looked awfully good for being locked up for over 2 years. As for his wife, Julie, she stepped out with gray roots and brown ends. It was clear she had gone darker before heading to Kentucky and just let it grow out. She was asked by one of her sons if she would color her hair, but that did not appear to be a priority. Now, she is stepping out and headed to a local Target where her new color was on display. Julie showed off lightened locks back to her beautiful blonde self, and she was beaming. She posed with 2 girls and appeared to be happy just to be free. Not only did Julie Chrisley look happy and healthy, but she looked refreshed. More so, she seemed more than pleased to be there for the fans who have long stood by her side. The 2 girls donned Birkenstocks and beamed with pride over getting the snap. It soon made its way all over social media, as fans were thrilled to see Julie back to her old self. Allegedly, she was having a very hard time adjusting to life back in Nashville. Julie Chrisley has been lying low since her release, not attending the release press conference. Todd Chrisley shared that she was at home with Chloe, who would not let her go. Chloe is the youngest Chrisley, but has been in the custody of her sister, Savannah Chrisley. Savannah fought tooth and nail to get her parents a presidential pardon, and she was ultimately successful. So what did fans say about Julie's new look? They loved it. Some were unsure if it was Julie, but it is clear that it is her all the way. What do you think of Julie Chrisley's new look, and does she look better than ever? Let us know in the comments below. Amanda has been a professional freelance writer for over a decade, holding both a BA and an MA. Her passions include animals, iced coffee, gnomes, summer, music, and Vanderpump Rules. Julie Chrisley has always been known for her polished Southern charm, flawless appearance, and camera-ready blonde locks. But since her release from prison earlier this year, the former Chrisley Knows best star has reemerged with a surprising, bold new look that's got fans and critics doing double takes. Gone is the high-maintenance bleach blonde bob. In its place, a sleek, darker hue that signals something deeper than a style change. A woman transformed. This is not just a dye job. This is a statement. A new chapter for Julie Chrisley walked out of Federal Medical Center Lexington in Kentucky in March 2025, nearly a year early due to sentence reductions and good behavior. Cameras were waiting? Of course they were. But those closest to her say she emerged not just physically changed, but spiritually and emotionally renewed. She's been through hell and back, said a longtime family friend who wished to remain anonymous. But Julie's always been a fighter, and she didn't want to come back to the world pretending nothing had happened. She wanted to reflect the growth. And what better way to symbolize growth than a dramatic change in appearance, color, seen around this past weekend. Julie was spotted leaving a discreet luxury salon in Franklin, Tennessee, a far cry from the bustling boulevards of LA or New York. But make no mistake, the look she debuted was nothing short of red carpet ready. Julie's hair is now a deep chestnut brown, laced with subtle cinnamon lowlights that catch the sun just enough to glow without shouting. The blunt cut has been replaced by long, soft waves that frame her face with a newfound warmth. It's mature, sophisticated, and unexpected. Paparazzi snaps of the look hit social media within minutes, and by Monday morning, #Julie Chrisley Air was trending on X, TikTok, and Instagram. They isn't about vanity, July SPA case just days after the viral photos surfaced. Julie broke her silence in a short video shared exclusively through daughter Savannah Chrisley's YouTube channel. Wearing a soft beige sweater and minimal makeup, Julie spoke candidly to fans for the first time since her release. "I know people are talking about the hair," she laughed gently, "but for me, this change isn't about vanity. It's about reclaiming who I am." She went on to describe how her time in prison had stripped away the superficial elements of her life. The designer bags, the Botox appointments, the perfectly curled lashes, and forced her to sit with herself in ways she never had before. "I had a lot of quiet time, a lot of soul-searching, and honestly, I didn't even recognize that blonde woman anymore." Women behind the NUELO sources close to the Chrisley family say that Julie's transformation started before the dye ever touched her scalp. "She started journaling, reading scripture, even painting again," said the family friend. "She'd write letters home about the sunrises she watched through the prison windows." Julie was rediscovering who she was, not the TV character, but the real woman inside. In those letters, Savannah said her mother often wrote about wanting to simplify her life, to shed the trappings of fame and reconnect with her roots. She requested no professional stylist upon her release, and instead worked with a local colorist she found through a prison volunteer's wife. It was important to her that her first big step out wasn't about glam squads or TV deals, Savannah said in a recent podcast episode. It was about authenticity. As she looks 10 years younger, published REACTION. While Julie may not have sought a publicity boost, the internet certainly provided one. Julie's old look and her new one, captioned "Glow Up Queen Julie Chrisley, #post-prison slay." The video racked up over 4 million views in under 24 hours. Comments poured in, "Hi, wasn't ready for this serve. Julie just aged in REVERC, that prison glow is real?" Meanwhile, on Reddit, fans on the Chrisley Knows Best thread debated the symbolism of the makeover. "Going dark is always a move when you're starting over," one user wrote. "It's chic, it's powerful, it's not about pleasing anyone else." Family reunion. No amend what many didn't see was the emotional reunion that preceded Julie's new look. 2 weeks after her release, she quietly returned to Nashville, where she was greeted by Savannah, her sons Chase and Grayson, and granddaughter Chloe. "It was emotional," Savannah shared. "We cried, we laughed, and we had pizza on paper plates. Nothing fancy, just love." Julie reportedly stayed off social media for weeks, focusing instead on reconnecting with family and adjusting to life post-incarceration. She's said to be living with Savannah temporarily, attending weekly therapy, and re-entering the public eye on her own term in SID. The Accessory Love and Visica Salon, where the now famous transformation took place, the Willow Room, is a small but high-end establishment known for privacy and personalized care. Stylist Claire Montgomery, who's worked with low-key country stars and TV personalities, posted a cryptic Instagram story the day of the appointment, showing just a curl of brunette hair with the caption, "Big change today." Later, she confirmed in an exclusive interview, "Yes, I did Julie's color. And let me tell you, she's one of the kindest, most grounded women I've ever had in my chair. This wasn't a vanity project. This was her stepping into herself." Day 8 its next day for Julie, while Todd Chrisley remains incarcerated. Julie is navigating her path without her longtime partner by her side. Rumors swirl of a potential memoir, a docuseries in development with Savannah's production company, and even a possible podcast tentatively titled Reclaimed. She's not rushing anything, Savannah confirmed. "But I do think she has stories to tell, stories that could help other women who've been through hard things." In a quiet nod to the future, Julie ended her video message with a simple line, "I don't know what's next, but I know I'm walking into it with clear eyes, faith in God, and, yeah, really good hair." BYOND, the dye. As some symbol of REBIRTH, hair is never just hair. Not for women in the public eye, and certainly not for women emerging from adversity. For Julie Chrisley, this chestnut cascade isn't about trending shades or likes on Instagram. It's a deliberate symbol of rebirth. Where once she was the image of Southern perfection, now she's a woman choosing depth over display. Her new look says, "I've been changed. I've been humbled. And I've come out of the fire stronger." And fans, they're here for it. As one Twitter user put it, Julie Chrisley didn't just change her hair. She changed the whole narrative. Final thoughts: in a world obsessed with appearances, it's easy to dismiss a hair transformation as surface level. But for Julie Chrisley, this new dye job is a quiet revolution, a bold reclamation of identity, resilience, and the right to redefine oneself. From federal prison walls to Tennessee salons, Julie's journey reminds us all that reinvention is possible, even after the fall. And sometimes all it takes to signal that evolution is a new shade of brown.